Climbing up a smooth vertical surface may seem like an impossible task, but insects and geckos do it with ease. In this video, we will explore the similar morphological features that give these animals sticky feet and the ways in which their adhesive strategies are unique from one another. To stick to seemingly smooth surfaces, geckos and insects both use tiny hairs on their feet called setae. Both animal setae have the same function, to provide grip while climbing. Insects have hairs at the end of their legs that act like claws to help them grip to surfaces. The tiny hairs are clustered on adhesive pads, and when an insect is climbing, the hairs help stick to roughness and irregularities on the surface. Some of these adhesive pads have no hairs at all. Instead of having setae, certain insect species are able to secrete an oily substance that further aids them in being able to stick to smooth surfaces by filling the gaps between the surfaces and creating capillary action. The pads in which the adhesive is secreted, known as aerolia or the pulvilli, are located within the center of the tarsal claw. By following the trail of secretion left behind, one could even trace an insect's path. While mostly located on the tarsi of the insect, certain insects have adhesive pads located on different sections of the leg. Cockroaches as well have two separate pads used for climbing upwards and downwards. A gecko's foot has hundreds of thousands of keratinous setae. Each one is 1/10 of the diameter of a human hair. Each setae splits into hundreds of smaller bristles at the ends called spatulae. These microscopic branched hairs give geckos a climbing advantage by filling the contours of the walls so closely that van der Waals forces become stimulated and helps aid in the adhesive of the surface. Van der Waals interactions describe the weak intermolecular forces that are generated when materials touch each other and the electrical charges generated pull them together. These forces, however, would not be strong enough to provide a strong grip if it weren't for the specific way a gecko places its foot while climbing. The main reason gecko setae are functional is because they're activated by the gravitational pull of inclined surfaces. Unlike insects, gecko feet have a non-sticky resting state. In resting state, the setae are curved towards the animal's body. But when the gecko starts to climb, the setae bend and flatten to the substrate, maximizing the surface area contact and grip. The feet must be pulled in the right direction for the setae to activate, so a gecko climbing down a wall must angle its feet backwards. We've now learned about two very different creatures with the same talent. Although geckos and insects both utilize setae to climb walls, the tiny hairs play different roles in liquid adhesion and mechanical adhesion. In fact, the way these tiny hairs allow geckos to climb is currently of interest to engineers trying to replicate the adhesive technique to create a climbing tool for humans. So someday, you may have sticky feet too.